Glad to have you along from Evanston, Illinois, Ryan Field. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Maryland Terrapins and the Northwestern Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, the Terrapins head coach told me before the game he has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Northwestern's offense will take the field first. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
RPO complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Pulled to the ground.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Zings it complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. Northwestern will send out the punt team. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it all the way back to his 5-yard line. He's got great speed. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Terrapins! Special teams proving to be special. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They punted on the opening possession of the game. Might still have a few plays left on that opening script. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today. Not the start the offense wanted. They punted on the opening drive, and now they're in a fourth down situation in their own end of the field. And what are you going to do if you're the coach now? I know you want to be aggressive and you want to stay on the field. You want to try to kickstart this offense, but this is a very dangerous place early in the game to gamble. I can't wait to see what his decision is.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Terrapins offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And now here comes Malik Washington. What a game he had last time out. 3 touchdowns, better than 200 yards, leading his team to victory. He'll start on the ground with Jarrett Gibson. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Drives inside. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. If you gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it. Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Terrapins look to keep this drive humming. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they've pushed the lead out a little further. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Snags a quick pass on the left.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. On the move. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Kick is in the air. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Goes high to pull it in. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. From the gun, it's Gibson. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
To the air, it's Washington. Fires to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think of it.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wants to throw on first. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's McDuffie. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Northwestern. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. A much-needed life from this offense as they tried to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Moves the pocket. It's Washington. Moves to his right. Trying to make magic with his feet. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Flush to the left. Left side is Manning. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Again, running right, it's Gibson. Turning it on. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Fleming. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down. And the Terrapins go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Fresh center downs going to the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding.
Touchdown, Terrapins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Wide receiver going in motion. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Flip it out to the back on the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. After those last 2 plays, let's see if they can get it out of reverse on 3rd and 18. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Rushes on. He's sacked. This defense all over him. We get a timeout here taken by the Terrapins. That will be their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. They boot it away on 4th down. Looks it in. He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Maryland! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. Maryland uses its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Trying to get started. Oh, he got loose. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Sells to run, looking to pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
A run for the quarterback. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The Terps will use their last timeout. They can't stop it again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Rolls right. On the run, fires downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. They cannot believe it. A great play on the interception is wiped away with the roughing the passer call. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Straight ahead, it's Gibson. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. Northwestern about to boot it away to open the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Here's Gibson to begin the drive. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got an alley. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running inside. It's Smith. He's got enough. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Terrapins are rolling down the field. Again, running right. It's Gibson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's
caught, and he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Run in the red zone, it's Smith. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick give, it's Howard. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they take it in for 6 more points. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the Hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Northwestern offense ready to go on the attack. They'll start the drive. Read option left.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Second down, going to throw it. He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
On third down, he drops to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Northwestern will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Looking for room. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before. And that's where the offense will set up shop. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong.
Blue 22, go!
Looking for a man, it's Hamilton. Out wide right, it's Howard. Picked up 5 on that last pass play, now it's 2nd and 5. With the draw, it's Howard. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Always great to build momentum with an early season victory. Let's take a look at what's in store coming up next week. So we open the final period with a third down play. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. Makes the grab past the marker. He's got enough for... down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. This is a designed run. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. And the Terrapins kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Maryland! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising for the 4-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. The give to the running back from the shotgun. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Might as well run him again. Spins away from the defender. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, 5. Hey, move. Let's go.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Gets rid of it. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Drag down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Lets it fly. Fires it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Sees an alley. There he goes. The 30. Past the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game. A 59-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, This is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Well, you can't throw it much better than that. You've got an in-breaking route coming from the right-hand side, and there wasn't a big window to squeeze that football into, but really nice job on the timing. He threw it at the perfect moment, puts it only where his guy can make the catch, and they get a big first down.
When you know you have a team outclassed,